The one sports figure, well, they don't like him up in Boston because of the Celtics years that he had. But here in Providence, took Providence College to glory. We're talking about Rick Pitino, and we've got him on the hotline.
Hello.
Hello, Coach. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Is it okay if we call you Coach, or is that too intimate?
You can call me anything you like.
Oh, come on.
Well, you can call us Paul and Al here in Providence, Rhode Island.
Guys, how are you?
Great. Now, what do you miss most about Providence? And don't say the Paul and Al show, because we're not going to believe you.
Oh, I miss a lot about Providence. One of my favorite places of all time.
Yeah.
Certainly the people, the restaurants, the ocean.
What were some of your favorite restaurants, some of your favorite haunts when you were in town?
Oh, Camille's and Capriccio's.
Oh, yeah.
The Blue Grotto. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they're all still here.
Yeah,
they're all still here.
What about Haven Brothers after a PC game? You ever do that?
I know my players did.
By the way, you'll be happy to know the Dunkin' Donuts Center still smells like fried dough.
I know. We played there last year.
Oh, that's right. Wow, what a year for you as you win the national championship, and you're out with a new book.
Yes, one-day contract.
Now, tell us about the one.
Sounds kind of like the thing we just signed here at the radio station.
Well, if you did sign that one-day contract, it's all based on 2 years ago. I thought about leaving the business of coaching and going into broadcasting, and I met with an agent, and then my wife talked me out of it and said, you're just going to miss the guys too much, and she gave me about 10 reasons why, and I agreed with her, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to rebrand our program, and I'm going to rebrand myself. And I started writing this book 2 years ago, longhand, based on everything you do on one day. If you have one day as an athlete, one day as a coach, one day as a broadcaster, one day as a pharmaceutical salesperson, how would you prepare the night before? How would you go into the next day, that morning, and to get your contract renewed for another day? And
Interesting.
It's really all about getting the most out of your abilities to get your contract renewed. And I talked about it with my team. I said, guys, if you're on a one-day scholarship, academically and athletically, how would you go about it? And we talked in great lengths about it. And the last 2 years, we have won back-to-back Big East championships, back-to-back Final Fours, a national championship. And I think, as far as I'm concerned, in my life of coaching, it has really brought me to the table with saying to myself, I've got to be the best I can be every day as a teacher, motivated communicator.
When we're talking about basketball, of course, reconfiguration of the Big East, did it just get too big? Is the split up going to be good for Providence College? Will it be good for, other programs out there, your program? What do you think?
I had a conversation with John Thompson and Jay Wright at a Big East meeting 3 years ago, and I said, we were all lamenting how football has realigned. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. West Virginia is now in the Big 12.
Right.
They are 800 miles away from their nearest opponent. So if you're a football team traveling on a private charter, that's okay. But if you're a women's soccer team, you're busing to Pittsburgh, 45 minutes away. You're waiting at the airport, and you're making 3 connections to get to Ames, Iowa,
right,
or Manhattan, Kansas, or Lawrence, Kansas. Now, and I said, I don't know why you guys don't just break away and just have Dave Gavitt's vision of having just a great basketball league and some of the other sports as well. And they finally did it. I think it's going to help Providence more than it's going to hurt it. I think it's going to help the Seton Halls of the world, the Catholic schools that really just have basketball. They don't have football, and they don't have to take a back seat to the football schools. So I think it's really going to help. Providence College is turning it around without question under Ed Cooley. I can just tell you, with their players coming back, with their recruiting, they're getting some of the top players in the Northeast, and Ed's going to really bust out this year with a great season.
Yeah, we got Danny Hurley also down at University of Rhode Island, so college basketball, huge year up here in the Ocean State.
Yeah, Danny I've known for a long time, recruited his high school players, and I think the Rhode Island people are in for a treat. I think both coaches are going to get their programs at the level that we all love to see in the state of Rhode Island, and especially at Providence College, where I coached. I think this is a bust-out year for them.
Cool. Now, Coach, of all the players that you have ever coached, can you give us a top 5?
Well, probably at the center position would be Patrick Ewing with the Knicks.
Right.
The power forward would be Jamal Mashburn.
Okay.
He played for me at Kentucky.
Yeah.
I would go with Paul Pierce at the small forward with the Celtics.
Nice.
Probably Tony Delk at the two guard, who was the MVP at a '96 championship.
Right.
And at the point position would be a tie with Billy Donovan and Mark Jackson, who played for me with the Knicks and was Rookie of the Year and made the All-Star team.
Wow, you really thought that much of Billy Donovan as a player, huh?
He was the greatest overachiever I've ever coached, and the only person, there's two people I've coached in my lifetime that did not have a character flaw. That was Peyton Siva last year and Billy Donovan of Providence.
Good Lord. Thank God you don't work with us because you'd be going on all day.
And me too.
All right, Coach Pitino, man, thanks for taking the time. New book out, The One Day Contract. Sounds really fascinating. And good luck for another national championship.
Thanks, guys. Good being with you.
All right, man. See you, Coach.